How long I've worked on this fucking house alone? You know what it's like being a fucking hermit? Fixing a house? There's no Home Depot out here, you fucking assholes. Fucking tomatoes. They fucked my tomatoes up! God damn it! Add that to the fucking list. God damn it! Those are Doms, for Christ's sakes. I grew those from Dom seeds. Fuck! Those are Dom's goddamn seeds, for Christ's sakes. I'm never gonna have a fucking good sauce again. I can't make Dom sauce. Fuck you guys. This bullshit. Fucking Damon Baird, you're a cock! Ah!
What is going on, guys? I'm currently coming at you with a little game reviews I guys do myself. So today I'm going to be reviewing my thoughts and opinion on the Gears of War 4 campaign, and what I thought about it overall. So let's go ahead and get started. Comparing it to the remastered version of Gears of War 1, which still has that same feeling of the original Gears of War franchise, like the very first Gears of War, regardless of the fact that it has a couple new, missions to it. It's still a really good game, and then how the graphics look on the remastered is 10 times better. The sounds that the Lancers make from the Gears of War 2 and 3 and so on and so forth. I love the new sound of the new Lancers because, back in the very old version of Gears of War 1, they sounded like lasers, which wasn't bad. That was also very cool too, but I preferred like the realistic sounding Lancers overall next to the original Lancer sounds. But regardless, Gears of War's always been a fucking amazing series to play, next to Halo, of course. Is it better than the first ever Gears of War? I don't think so. I think that the Gears of War 1 will always have #1 on the list of best Gears of Wars next to it, especially the Ultimate Edition. The Ultimate Edition is fantastic and it's beautiful. So if you've never played the Ultimate Edition, I highly recommend you get your freaking hands on this thing. But let's get past the fact that does it compare to the first one? Absolutely, it does compare to the first one. It's definitely freaking heart racing, and it definitely leaves you with a big in your head as soon as you see the ending and stuff like that. Has that Gears of War feeling through the whole entire thing. It also has situations that were in the older Gears of War versions, like in one of the scenes that Marcus is trying to tell JD, Kay, and Del they're gonna need backup in order to take on the Swarm. JD said, "You were supposed to wait. Did you wait?" It was just like that same moment with Dom talking to Marcus when they were inside the Locust stronghold, and he was telling Marcus, "Well, after what you did for your father, I thought you would understand." It was just like that situation back then because Marcus did the exact same head gesture. Ah, shit, or ah, hell, and just be like, you know what, fuck you, you're right, I'll help. That kind of situation. That was awesome. I love that they brought in the fact that there's a sad, passing of somebody that was really dear and loved by one of the characters in the game. Because in the second Gears of War, Dom had to kill his wife because she was tortured to the peak, to where she couldn't even live normally anymore. So Dom had to put her out of her misery. And it's just like with Kate's mom. She was she was destined to be the next leader of the Swarm, aka the Locust. In case you didn't realize the whole fact that, Kate's got the symbol of the Locust Queen's necklace that was given to her mother, and then she was given that by her mother, who was the Locust Queen, Mira. And it's very amazing to see how they found from what we've all been seeing through all the Gears of War games, a possibility of having a fourth Gears of War nearly seemed impossible because there was nothing to go off of it. The Lambent were dead, and so were the Locusts. They had no idea how they were going to even make this happen. But you know what? They found a way because they're just like, oh, here, the bomb killed the emulsion inside the locust, but however, it did evolve it into a better species, which eventually made the swarm, which was an evolution of, like, you know, being in cocoon like a butterfly and making something better or worse. And that was actually really smart on Coalition's part. I think that was really smart, but it was even smarter to say, hey, we're having Gears of War 5 now, be at the very end showing that, hey, the swarm's not dead, there's a lineup that has to go into it, and they're still looking for a leader, and the next person up to be the leader, that's probably going to be actually the bad guy in the end, just like Cortana in Halo 5. Kate's probably going to end up getting, you know, taken by the swarm and then forced to lead them. Guaranteed. I see that happening in Gears of War 5, if there is even a Gears of War 5. Of course there's going to be a Gears of War 5. I mean, goddamn, I'm pretty freaking stoked about that situation. That'd be a fucking awesome thing to hear. But regardless, Gears of War 4 was so amazing. I couldn't get over how well crafted they made this game, how emotionally attached you can get to these characters better than the original games, and the fact that the characters, how they interact with each other, is also very on point on how people actually act in real life. It's so great, and the scenes where it's all funny and stuff like that just get rid of the, like, total seriousness, because Gears of War has always had that situation where, like, hey, it's serious for about a good half an hour and through, like, 4 chapters, but in between the chapters of each mission, there is a scene of being funny and just being calm. Just like the scenes with Coltrane and stuff like that, there was always that one scene where it was just like pure comedic writing, and it was perfectly well timed through this whole entire game. I think that this game, out of every game that I've ever rated, this game definitely gets 10 out of 10 because it was just so well planned out, and there's still a shit ton of things you can still do in this game. There's still a bunch of artifacts you can get. There's still a bunch of freaking achievements you can get just through the campaign or the horde mode or multiplayer. There's still so much to do on this game, and it's so worth playing. And the thing is, the campaign is so good, I've played it about 19 times already, going on 20, because it's such a good game. But yeah, if you've never played a Gears of War game and you want to get into it, definitely do play the first one. Try and get the remastered version if you can, because then it'll look sometimes cooler and much more beautiful. And then play the second one, and then play the third one. And if you feel like playing it, play Judgment, because Judgment was fun in my opinion. I thought Judgment was really great. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. It really doesn't have anything to do with the storyline of Gears of War, honestly. It's just another backstory with one of the other characters. But honestly, if you just want to go ahead and start from scratch and play 1, 2, 3 Judgment Remastered and 4, go for it. I highly recommend you play Gears of War in general. Gears of War is the best game I've played next to Halo and Mortal Kombat, of course. So yeah, Gears of War 4, you are definitely getting a 10 out of 10 for being the best campaign in a Gears of War I have ever played so far. So yeah, if you guys like this video, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought of Gears of War 4, if you liked it, and if you didn't, why, and why not you liked it or not, you know? So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.